There was people who used to say that street art in Ireland was in its infancy, and that was true to a certain extent, but it's gone beyond that now. It's kind of in those wild teenager years, you know, where it's loudmouth and talking back and slamming doors and, you know, doing things. It's rebellious, I guess. Art, and especially street art, is like radio. It's not all, you're not always going to be tuned into the right thing. It's not always going to say to you, you know, it's like walking through a street where there's loads of graffiti and street art is actually like tuning through a radio. You know, you're listening to it and you're like, oh, fucking awful, opera music and jazz, fuck that, you know. And then you come onto a song you like, and you're like, oh, that's it, that's what I want to listen to. That's my vibe, and that's what walking down the street is kind of like. What street art does, you know, whether it's planned or not, is bring evidence of life to a neighbourhood. The city is not just a collection of roads and buildings, that it's inhabited with people. One night I was coming home and I saw up where I lived at the time, up near Dominic Street, a guy at night sleeping out rough, you know, in one of these blue sleeping bags, cocoon ones, you know. And whatever way I kind of glanced at him, the cardboard that he had underneath him had arranged it. It was coming out from the sides, and it looked like, from that quick glance, it looked like a fallen angel. It looked like a butterfly, you know. I wanted to look like it was ascending. I wanted to look like it was flying away. And that's what I did then. I stenciled the sleeping bag onto a kind of a heavier paper and pasted it up, and then stenciled the wings, whether it was just one colour, onto brown paper, which we pasted up as well. I noticed recently actually that the brown paper is starting to like come away a little bit and starting to flap, which is great. It belongs to the walls now, it belongs to the city, and it belongs in the minds of the people who are viewing it. The thing with the mercantile and that particular piece is that I couldn't not take the opportunity of painting that wall, because one, I'd like to do that piece, and two, there is a little bit of money for it. I don't find any conflicts when I have to pay my rent. The thing is, I came from activism into art, so when people say you have to do this and you have to do that, I was like, I don't know, I don't care. You know, I don't know what the rules are, so if I'm breaking them, I don't care, and if I'm following them, I don't care either. You'll walk around the city in the next 5 years, and maybe you'll actually be able to, you'll text somebody and say, meet me beside that piece. Art then can become cultural landmarks rather than empty buildings, you know?